What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. It's Pokestocks here. In this episode, we're gonna make this a little bit longer, a little bit in depth about how I would spend $1,000 in the current quote-unquote crashing Pokemon market. So stay tuned, guys. We have so much to go over using, of course, my opinion. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is truly all my thoughts, so keep that in mind. And guys, join the Discord down below. We're on the road to 1,200 members. If you want to be part of an amazing community, feel free to join down below. All right, let's start off with Prismatic Evolutions. This set is hands down going to probably be a big topic right now, right? What's going on in the market is nothing new. It's been happening since October really started, where we've seen a lot of, I think the best way to say it is just a lot of frozen market. Does that make sense? Like, nothing's really moving. Everything is frozen in place, and if I were to be a little bit more specific, we're seeing a little drop in price and not too much gain. I talked about this in my recent video, and I'm going to continue to do so, guys. I do not think that we're going through a quote-unquote crash. I think this is more so of a correction and a little bit of a market cool-off, so that might be the best way to say it. Now, if you're going to invest in Prismatic Evolutions, you have a big budget, you want to start buying now, I would love to start off with the Prismatic Evolutions Sam's Club Tyranitar and Lucario Premium Collection. This is currently a $115 box. You're going to get yourself 14 packs. Now, why I love this product is just due to the fact, guys, that this is going to be the next Blooming Waters. This is going to be the next Sea and Sky collection. I've went over this product a lot in the past like 2-3 weeks, so sorry if this is kind of repetitive for you, but I'm a really big believer. It's sort of like what I did with Blooming Waters and Sea and Sky, right? When those products came out, or oh my god, I can't speak, or they were at a really good price point, I was preaching on them nearly every single episode, and then they got a little bit out of budget, and now they're approaching high numbers. This is going to be the exact same scenario, and because it is Prismatic Evolutions, I do think it's going to have that tad bit of more premium with it. So I always get this asked all the time, guys. Prismatic Evolutions, Prismatic, what should I be buying Pokestocks? This product, and I have one more, the Costco 8-pack tin. I still think that this actually goes under the radar. I think people forget that this product even exists, because for $150, you're going to get yourself 8 tins, guys, which is the same amount that you get in the mini tin display, and you're saving $50. I mean, that's a massive price difference right here, right? Alone, saving $50, get yourself 8 beautiful promos, 8 tins. It's a beautiful box. I have one of these in my current collection right now. I still think that they're a very solid buy for $150. I do think that when they start approaching 170, 180, it doesn't become that like great buy. But I think right now, guys, it's an honest snag. So these two products definitely under the radar, and if I had 1,000, this is what I'd be picking up for Prismatic Evolutions. Now, if you want to pick up 151, I'm still going to stand tall on Blooming Waters. I do think that Blooming is a fantastic buy. It is more so of what I would like to say, guys, the not hidden product, but the product that sort of no one really talks about anymore. I feel like Blooming Waters has always been that way, if that makes sense. Everyone, if they want to invest in 151, they're just talking about ETBs, booster bundles, UPCs. And again, no one really talks about these collection boxes. And it could be for a solid point. A lot of you guys are probably going to comment, well, Pokestocks, no one really cares about these. Well, I'd actually like to disagree with you, because we've seen tremendous growth with Blooming Waters, with Sea and Sky collection. And those are just two of great, fantastic sets. And if, listen, you could take this for what you want, but I think if Pokemon makes a collection box with a very good set and puts a lot of packs into it, I would definitely be picking those products up, right? Because if you really do think about it, and I'm just making up scenario, I'm not calling out any set in particular, people who want to rip the set open, people who want to collect the packs are going to be targeting these collection boxes later on when they start to realize that they sort of exist. I'm not saying people don't know that Blooming Waters exists, but again, it's more so of an under the radar product. And I want to show you guys something, because it's very interesting. If you do type 151 in TCG Player, Blooming Waters does not even pop up. You're actually going to have to look up Blooming Waters. And I know it's not that big of a difference. It's not like an, oh my god, well, Pokestocks common sense. But, you know, people who actually do their research on TCG Player and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to find these products, which is why I think a lot of people do forget about them. Now, I also do want to slightly bring in what's going on with some other products with the 151 booster bundle. We're actually seeing a tremendous drop off in price, guys, coming down to $92. Finally, the booster bundle is getting a little bit more affordable now, man. It's kind of a sign of relief. But let's get back to the $1,000 budget video. Destined Rivals, again, another very hot topic. I'm actually sort of against picking up Destined Rivals right now. I feel like $400 a box for a set that came out 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 months ago now is just a little bit too much, even though we just had a massive reprint with these recently. And I do believe Target just did a massive reprint again. I heard that. That's a rumor. Let me know if that's true in the Discord, or not in the Discord, in the comments, whatever. But going back to what I was saying, guys, I think picking up such a modern booster box for such a crazy high price, people who picked up Destined Rivals at $500, guys, that was very, very stupid. I still think picking up Destined Rivals at $400 is a little bit crazy. So keep that for what you want. I would highly recommend not picking up Destined right now. If you have $1,000 budget, of course, the other plays that I mentioned earlier are definitely something you should be looking into. I feel like Destined Rivals, hopefully, I'm not, guys, again, this is just a thought. I hope that Destined Rivals will get cheaper as the months/years go on. And listen, it might not just be the booster box, but booster bundles might get a really, really good crash. ETBs, we might see something. We might see the whole set collapse. That would be awesome, because we can all pick it up, right? That's what we all want. Moving up, we have my favorite singles in the current market, which is going to be trainer galleries. If I had $1,000 and say I just wanted to pour like 20%, so only 200 into this market, I would definitely be picking up the Umbreon and the Sylveon, because I think that these are going to be fantastic buys long term. You guys also have to remember Sword and Shield is actually getting very, very dry as a market right now. We're starting to see a lot of the products stagnate, just because there's not much product to move, and I think we're going to start to see that with singles as well. I mean, singles are still very, very high in supply, as you guys can see right here. 221 listings for this Gengar, 67 listings, 74 listings for the Starmie and Umbreon. So there's still a lot of market manipulation that could possibly happen, but I do personally think that a lot of these cards are still going to be undervalued for the time being and could still see tremendous growth in those next few months to a year. I also do want to slightly bring up what's going on with a lot of them right now. For example, if I do click on, which one was it? Yeah, let's the Gengar, for example. If we go to the near mint, they're actually seeing a tremendous drop off in price, down 50%, 40% almost. So again, this could be great buying opportunities, and I know we're starting to see a lot of the Sword and Shield dry up in sealed, so I think the singles is going to be the next market. Bringing up my next point is going to be the Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon promos. Again, a lot of them are slightly taking a bit of a dip, down 8% for the Vaporeon. The Jolteon the past month is neutral. The Flareon down 10%. So we could see a great buying opportunity. I do want to show you guys something, though. These products in particular go through a lot of ups and downs. The Flareon might not be the best one to showcase, but you guys could see like sort of here just a massive pump and a massive cooldown, massive pump, massive cooldown. But again, as Sword and Shield is getting a lot more dry, a lot of these players are becoming a lot safer as the days/weeks pass. I said this in my recent video, and I'm going to stick to it because I think it's so true. With Mega Evolution finally releasing, it begins a whole new era in the Pokemon market. So what we're going to be seeing is a lot of the Scarlet and Violet just get mass, produced, mass market manipulated, whatever you want to call it. And Sword and Shield is really going to start drying up. I always said that Sword and Shield is going to become the next Sun and Moon, and it's happening very, 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 very fast. Even though the supply, the buy volume, and everything could still be out there, every single day that goes by, guys, Sword and Shield is getting a lot older. It is officially 2 eras now behind. And when Scarlet and Violet, guys, listen, when Scarlet and Violet was, like a few months ago, when Scarlet and Violet was the main era, Sun and Moon was 2 eras behind. So, officially speaking, Sword and Shield is 2 eras behind now. Phantasmal Flames is releasing in, 3-4 weeks? So, time is flying by right now, guys. Again, I also do want to slightly bring up this valid point. If you guys are not interested, oh my god, if you guys are worried about what's going on in the market with the quote-unquote crash, whatnot, whatever you do want to call it, then I think playing it safe by investing into Sword and Shield is definitely a solid play. Now, let's hop into one of our last products, which is going to be Mega Evolution. I'm still standing on what I'm saying, and I'm going to be agreeing on this. I think picking up Mega Evolution right now for the current prices and is an absolute no-no. If you guys have a $1,000 budget, Mega Evolution should be your last option. Please do not be picking the setup. It is still extremely brand new and extremely volatile. For example, if we do click on the booster box, the enhanced one, the past 3 months, it's been a complete roller coaster. Dips, ups, and now we're going through another dip right now, guys, down 5%. And this is just constantly happening, but we're actually starting to see it all like level out and actually fall for good. So it's really, really nice. Even the ETB is down 20%. We even have the top chase card, I believe, the Lucario, past month down 2%. Let's click on another product. Let's click on the Gardevoir, for example. Near mints, down 44% in price. So there is definitely, guys, a lot of market manipulation. Not market manipulation, I'm sorry, I just saw this massive dip, so I was like, I just yapped. But there's just definitely a lot of hype cooldown, if that is the best word to use. Is that what I'm trying to say? I think so. So still highly suggest pass on this set. Do not be going crazy into it. Do not be pouring hundreds or thousands. If you can get an MSRP, guys, then do your thing and buy it up. But please, I think the set is going to get so much cheaper than what we're currently looking at. Now, lastly, I do want to bring in an interesting set, Silver Tempest, from the Sword and Shield era. This is the 12th set of the 12th and last set of the Sword and Shield era. And one thing I find really, really awesome about Silver Tempest is how it's actually still affordable. Maybe not the booster boxes, maybe not the full arts, but maybe the Elite Trainer box. This is a under $100 ETB. And if you guys are looking to pick up Sword and Shield ETBs right now, Silver Tempest is really the last one standing that actually has a good quality set. I believe Battle Styles, Vivid Voltage, or Darkness Ablaze still might be under 100, but Silver Tempest just wins that all the way. It has a Lugia as a chase card, it has a V-Stars, and it's a very, very great set. I think for $95 for a market price, it's definitely a considerable purchase. Even though we're going through a little bit of a downtrend, down 4% for these ETBs, it could just mark a great buying opportunity. Now, again, take that for what you want, guys. Here's my overall thought process again, just about what's going on in the market to summarize and conclude this video. I think what's really, really happening, to tell you the dead-out truth, I think it's just the hype is leaving the market. It's as simple as that. Mega Evolution was a great set. It sparked awesome things, but we had, let me check Pokédata, make sure I'm not yapping wrong. So yeah, we had Black Bolt, White Flare, which were great sets, but not that crazy. And then we had Mega Evolution, not that crazy. And I think the hype is just really cooling off right now. I hope I'm making sense here, right? I'm not saying that these are bad sets, but you get what I'm saying. Destined Rivals and Prismatic Evolutions, those have two hypes of their own. So I think what's going to happen is when Phantasmal Flames does release, we're going to see a lot of hype enter back in the market, and we're possibly going to see another pump, hopefully, of course. But if you guys do hold a lot right now, and I know a lot of you might be worried about selling, which is definitely a concern. I know a lot of you guys are actually interested in that. I am personally still holding all of my product because, and I've said this since the beginning of Dawn, that I am a big believer in the Sword and Shield era. I hold so much of Sword and Shield, so I'm not too worried as if I were to hold Scarlet and Violet and be like, oh crap, everything is about to drop in value. So you can take that for what you want. I do think a lot of the hyper modern product from Surging Sparks upwards is definitely going to get a lot of attention and reprints in the near future. So take that for what you want, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.